Hello everyone! Mutual funds in the Philippines. Ano po ba ito? Ano yung mga top and best performing mutual funds? Let's get to know. But before we start, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and also click the bell so that you will be notified sa mga future uploads natin. Also, I have Instagram, Facebook page, and Twitter so that you can also see me, some of my tips and guides every time I post them in the social media channels. Alright, so if you want to access investment opportunities to grow your money, ang mutual funds po ang isa sa mga top options ninyo. Naririnig nyo naman always na wag nating ilagay sa isang basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, no? Ibig pong sabihin, we have to diversify. Kailangan natin ilagay sa mga instrument kung saan your money financially can grow and to accomplish the purposes that you have for the future. Ano po ba ito? Retirement, child's education, your dream house, or just anything that you can think of that you will need in the future. So instead of putting it sa savings account na nandyan lang sa bangko, why not consider it putting it sa isang mutual fund kung saan it can grow higher compared to what the savings account can give you. And of course, you have to consider your emergency funds na meron ka na, and also your cash flow na kayang-kaya mo every now and then. So here are the top and best performing mutual fund companies in the Philippines. So I'd like to note na kailangan po muna ninyong malaman ang inyong sarili, ang inyong risk profile, for example, at ang inyong time horizon para mag-match po yung mutual fund para sa inyo. We can also know that later. But first, basics of mutual fund. In just a short time, what is mutual fund? Simple to say, a mutual fund is a pooled fund where a professional fund manager places the collected money to an investment instrument with the goal of growing it. So, nilagay ko po dito yung picture ng isang pooled fund, isang pot ng gold. Considering it symbolizes your money, my money, and our money as a whole. At kung yan ang pipili nating pot, ilalagay natin yung pera natin dyan. And sabay-sabay tayo i-manage ng isang professional fund manager. Sila ay may maraming years of experience and exposure and training regarding our stocks, our companies, our government policies, what's going on in our country, etc. So they are the ones na nagde-devote, nagse-specialize, nagde-dedicate ng kanilang oras para yung fund mo at fund ko sa isang fund instrument ay mai-invest at tutubo. Why invest in mutual funds? No? As I've said, don't put your eggs in one basket. Let's say sa retirement mo, you may have SSS right now or other types of investment. Why not consider other funds? Also, don't put everything in your car, in your house, in your savings account. Huwag ilagay lahat sa bahay because of this principle. Why? It's safe to say because nothing is certain in this world. And also the Bible says that nothing is certain, only God is certain, doesn't change. And we just have to consider putting it or diversifying them. And what is called COL fund source? Yung COL fund source po ang ating basihan sa tutorial na ito. Kung saan meron tayong 26 kinds of mutual funds. Ito pong pinili ko para in case you decide to invest in the mutual funds, you can start right away just by registering in COL Financial. All top 6 fund providers in the country offer their mutual funds through COL with zero front-end fees. And ito pong maganda. Ang top 6, which you will also see later, or that some of them, top 3, I have placed at the end of the video, so you can access them through COL. So you can also check out my other videos or my playlist kung saan matutunan din nyo on how to start an account in COL Financial. Ang maganda rin po rito is that COL provides the legwork, the research, the hard work in preparing and doing the study for you. So it can guide you to find the suitable mutual fund that fits your needs. Alright, here we go with the types of mutual funds. Ano po ba ang ang iba't ibang uri? So, masasabi natin na it can be classified according to different categories. First is fund instruments by the management and its policies. For example, you can categorize mutual funds by the company behind it. For example, Sun Life. So Sun Life has a prosperity fund for those who wanted aggressive investments. They also have for the conservative. They also have for the balance. Another one is Philam. We also have Phil Equity, Atram. So these are the categories by management or by companies. Next is risk profile. So meron tayong tatlo na basic or major divisions which are conservative. Yan yung ayaw mo ng makakita ng wide fluctuations, maybe very low, going down of your stocks. But of course, it can also yield lower yields or lower growth compared to those higher. So we also have the balance, and we have the aggressive. But in our COL fund source, I think we have 5. We have the money market fund, the bond funds, the balanced fund, and the equity and the equity index. So those are the last two are the aggressive. And the time horizon. So yun yung mga kailan mo target date na i-withdraw yung money. When do you need the money? Is it within 1 year? Is it within 3 to 5 years? Or is it more than 10 years? So it can also help define kung saan mo ilalagay na mutual fund. So here is our fact sheet. So this contains the respective details of each mutual fund. No? For example, in this column, we have the fund name. Okay, these are the consolidated, pinagkaisa. Ito yung mga pangalan ng mga funds. So starting with the most conservative. Pag sinabi mo conservative, what happens is that pag may fluctuation sa market, kunwari may mga recession or di kaya may mga bad news, kunwari, ito'y hindi masyadong bumababa, gumagalaw. Although gumagalaw din siya, but not too much. Why? Because as what the name is saying, or what the term is saying, ito ay nasa market, or nasa bonds, no? Or ibig sabihin, pinapahiram ito. Pinapahiram ito sa gobyerno, sa corporate, sa mga kumpanya, like Ayala, SM, kunwari. Pinapahiram ito sa mga kumpanya kung saan sila ay nagbabayad ng fixed amount. So whatever happens to the business, they have to really pay that exact amount wherein nasasabi natin that's certain. Although we cannot say that everything is certain, this one is a little bit sure and certain, and you are in a conservative position if you want this. So money market also, managed income, money market fund. Alright, so mostly these are debt, no? Pinapahiram natin sa mga institutions or entities. And then here are the inception date, kailan ito nag-start. Magkano ang minimum investment. Surprisingly, you can start as low as 100 pesos in Sun Life Prosperity Money Market Fund. Ito na yung lowest, at yung additional placement is also 100. So yung highest natin sa minimum investment, I guess, is 5,000 na lang. Right? And the average is 1,000. So it is opening up to small investors, local small investors. It is trying to achieve inclusivity sa ating bansa, kung saan almost, hopefully, majority of the Filipinos will invest so that our companies will have this cash flow, our government will have these cash flows pagpatayo ng ating mga tulay, projects, trains, etc. Additional placements, minimum holding period, no? So you'll notice that Those belonging to the conservative, this one and this one, have a shorter holding day period, while the balanced and the aggressive have a little bit longer, or longer holding period. Redemption settlement, ito po yung kung saan ipo-process uh, ng fund ang inyong pag-withdraw ng pera. Dealing cut-off, alright, ang cut-off ng kunwari after 11 ka na, so it will be dealt at the next day. Bibili yan ng fund at the next day. Management fee, you also have to consider this because the lower means the higher gain for you. Pag mataas naman yung management fee at yung front-end back-end load, so mababawasan din yung pera mo just in case you withdraw it or somehow you deposit it. We don't know yet kung saang timeline siya binabawas. But as you can see, the lowest are the money market funds and the highest is around 2.15%. Alright? Yeah, 2.15 ang highest. And then the early redemption fee, pag winidraw mo siya shorter than the minimum holding period. Okay, so you have to consider that as well. So these are the equity or the aggressive funds. So here we go at the top mutual funds in the Philippines as of December 27, 2019. So ano po ba yung mga top? We categorized it into three categories: aggressive, balanced, and conservative. And under these three, naglagay rin tayo ng tatlong classifications: 3 years, 5 years, and since inception. So first, sa aggressive, yung pinakamatataas na yields among the three. So for the 3-year performance, ang pinaka-top na yield sa 3 years ay itong Phil Equity. So itong column po na ito ay yung 3 years. So ibig sabihin from October, from 2016, and then 2017, 18, and 19, somewhere beyond that timeline, ang pinaka-top ay ang Phil Equity PSE Index Fund. It yielded 5.80% annualized return. Okay? So 5.80%. And then Philippine Stocks, the second is Philippine Stock Index Fund. And then the third is Sun Life Prosperity Philippine Stock Index Fund, which is 5.47. However, sa 5-year performance, here we see that the top one is Phil Equity PSE, right? It's still the same. It's 1.75 in 5 years, and Stock Index Fund at 1.70%. And the third is hindi na sa Equity Index Fund na category, but under Equity Fund na, which is Sun Life Prosperity Equity Fund, 0.59%. And the third is since inception, simula nang nag-start ang fund na ito. So, we see that Phil Equity takes the lead, 15.85% annualized return. Ibig sabihin, yung money mo mag-grow siya. Kung nag-invest ka ng 10,000 at the inception date, the day of start, then your money would have grown at 15.85% per annum. The second one is Philippine Stocks Index Fund. And the third one is First Metro Save, the third one. So to sum up, ang panalo dito, according to our categorization, is the Phil Equity Fund, which tops the different categories. So ito yung top, the Phil Equity Fund as of January 1, 2020. Ito po yung fund prospectus ng Phil Equity with the ticker CXPEEQ, ito ay ticker ng COL fund source. So it is suitable for investors. Phil Equity Fund is suitable for investors with high risk tolerance and long-term investment horizon. So pag ang inyong money, hindi nyo kailangan within the next 10 years, no, would say 8 to 10 years, put it here. And you want it to appreciate at the maximum. And you can tolerate a high risk you can tolerate. Nakikita nyo itong mga fluctuations na to. So these are the tinatawag nating fluctuations, no? Fluctuations ng fund. So you should be able to take it when your money, for example, 40 pesos maging 30 na lang. If you cannot take it, you cannot hold it, you may not consider getting it, no? So this is also called the volatility of a fund. Okay. So these are the other information, and so we have call fund fact sheet, the fund fact sheet, and fund prospectus. So here is an example. I'm gonna show you this one. So if you have an account in COL, you might see this fact sheet. You will see the highlights, you will see the chart graphs, you will see the fund manager. So the fund manager is Mr. Wilson LC. He has been managing the fund for 25 years and he has 44 years of experience. So far, this is the top fund performing fund in the aggressive category. So you can also see the statistics of the portfolio, the asset size, which is 11,569.63 million. So I guess this would be multiplied to million, which is already a billion pesos. The top holdings, you can also see the percentage kung saan nilagay yung fund. So majority is SM. All right. Obviously, it's the fund manager is a C. And then it's being placed at SM, Ayala Land, which are good companies, very good companies though. You are somehow confident that the company is stable, it has good reputation, and by God's grace, in the next years, it will grow through time. BDO also, AC or Ayala Corp, BPI, Metro Bank, Universal Robina, JGS Holdings, and ICT Containers. Then I'm going to show also the fund fact sheet, which is, I believe, a more generalized, not by the COL group, but more on the whoever holds the mutual fund brokerage. So ito yung makita mo in general regarding Phil Equity Fund. And as you can see here, mas mataas pa nga siya sa PSEI, no? Sa index fund. And the fund prospectus, you will see here the SEC registration number, their company address or business address, Ortigas, Pasig City, contact person, telephone number. So that's it with the aggressive funds. For the balanced mutual funds, let's just go faster. For the 3 years, the top performing is Sun Life Balance Fund, as well as in the 5 years. However, since inception, Phil Fund performs better. So all in all, I would say that the top balanced mutual fund is Sun Life Prosperity Balance Fund as of January 2020. So if you want to see the perspective of Sun Life, you can get it there at COL, or you can view this chart wherein you can see also the volatility of the stock. As you can see, it's more on the plateau in starting 2012, I guess. But by thankfully, the fund is performing well, it's suitable for those who have moderate risk tolerance and long-term investment horizon. For the conservative, pag lesser or shorter yung years, yung time horizon nyo, and you have a low risk tolerance, I chose the 1 year lang, and then the 1 year, the 3 year, and the 5 years, since mostly shorter yung pag-hold mo sa fund. So for the 1 year, the one that tops is Phil Bond Fund. For the 3 year, it's Sun Life Bond Fund. And for the 5 year, it's still Sun Life Bond Fund, which is for the 5 year, it's 2.62. So I would say that the winner is Sun Life Bond Fund or Prosperity Bond Fund as of January 2020. And this is the chart. As you can see, it's really growing fast here, straight line, and then a little bit of fluctuations and a steady increase, just like a mountain. And also please note that you have other things to consider, such as the management fee, as I said. Also try to look at these factors. Baka naman malaki yung growth pero malaki naman yung management fee, and then yung mga early redemption fee, para hindi ka lugi. So for more information, itong page nito ay always ini-update ko, unlike this YouTube channel which can no longer be updated once uploaded. But if you want the latest, maybe 1, 2, 3, 5 years from now, hopefully, go to this link, brianderosa.com/mutual-funds-philippines to see more of the complete guide, the list, more of the tips on how to start mutual fund investing. If you're working abroad as an OFW or anywhere you are in the provinces of the Philippines, you can certainly register and invest in COL Financial. You can access that fund, and please visit my other YouTube channels, my YouTube videos in this channel, or also go to this blog link URL or blog URL to know more about mutual funds. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye, John 3:16 and Titus 3:5. This is Brian De Rosa. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.